Hi there, this is Bo Nicholson from Pure Cinema, and you're listening to Snob Bo Reviews Movies. Let's talk about an adaptation of one of Stephen King's most renowned novel series, The Dark Tower.
The tower is all that stands between light and darkness. For thousands of generations, the gunslingers were knights, sworn to protect it. Now I'm the only one left. The tower will fall. Get used to the carnage.
The Dark Tower series is a collection of 8 books written by Stephen King, a man who needs no introduction from me. What you need to know is that the novels focus on the efforts of Roland, a gunslinger, who is on a mission to reach the Dark Tower, a building that stands in the clouds at the center of the universe and is the protector of all worlds against demons. The man in black is a sorcerer who wishes to obliterate the tower and bring on the apocalypse. In the film, the gunslinger is played by Idris Elba and the man in black, Matthew McConaughey. And the film's plot covers the book The Gunslinger as well as parts of 2 other books in the series. For full disclosure, I've not read the books, but having seen the movie, I could see that there would be something of value in the writing. Stephen King, a legendary author, is on record saying that the series is his magnum opus, and there is just something about this world, nay, worlds, that are created in the story that pique my interest. Perhaps it's the deep hatred that exists between the gunslinger and the man in black that made me want to know more about what caused them to become mortal enemies. King has used over 1 million words across over 4,000 pages to dig into these characters in this series, which tells you something about why a 95-minute film adaptation simply cannot work. With legendary source material and an array of interesting characters and diverse worlds, it is incredible that the 4 screenwriters, including director Nicolas Arcel, managed to stuff this up as much as they have. In an effort to pander to the attention spans of a modern cinema audience, they have made significant changes to the plot to make it shorter, but it ends up making the script appear truncated, leaving me wanting more, but not in a good way. What we are left with is a bare-bones action film that misses even the simplest targets with some pretty poor aim. The casting of Idris Elba and McConaughey were excellent choices, but even these wonderful and charismatic actors were hamstrung by the script, which was devoid of most of the elements that make the book series so renowned. In the books, the gunslinger is the main character, while the film opts to have young psychic Jake take the reins, while also eliminating any and all tension between these 2 characters, something that is a hallmark of the gunslinger novel. Yes, Matthew McConaughey is an ominous presence on the screen, but why does he want demons to rule the universe? His lack of motivation makes him about as good a villain as any that we've seen in recent blockbusters that do nothing but lead to some sort of final boss battle, which is incredibly underwhelming and cliched as the heroes try to avoid some portal being opened. Yes, these stories, The Dark Tower, were written well before this cinematic trope infested our screens like the plague, but in a perfunctory effort such as this, the whole thing just feels like yet another film to be seen and forgotten by the time you leave the cinema foyer. So poor was the script that we can watch our main character crying in desperation and absolute turmoil and feel nothing, nada, zilch. There's no intrigue, no mystery, just a series of questions asked by a child character that are instantly answered by older characters that we already know the answers to. The Dark Tower takes legendary source material and in adapting it to the big screen has chopped and changed so much that it attempts to be an average action movie, then even falls short of that by having the emotional impact of a read-through of an IKEA catalogue. Maybe the story is just too complex to be portrayed on the screen, or at least the big screen. The Dark Tower is incredibly underwhelming, and fans of the series will almost certainly be in an uproar, and it gets 1.5 stars from me.